Good morning. This is Mike Lodge. I'm glad that you've joined me. I love it when you guys come and talk to me. That's a great day. It's a great morning. It's a little cool this morning, and it's still, it's sunshiny outside, so it's going to be a good day. As I told you yesterday, we're going through leadership talking. We're talking about leadership, and we're basing it off my book, You Can Lead. And today we're going to be talking about this arm's length relationship that you must have with vendors, with contractors, with employees. You need to have it. And one of them is that leaders of organizations must maintain an arm's length relationship with clients and vendors to ensure that their decisions are made in the best interest of the organization and not unduly, and this is a touchy situation, but it's not unduly influenced by external parties. You've got to have that independence. You have to have that arm's length relationship. An arm's length relationship means maintaining a professional distance with clients and vendors. It involves avoiding any conflicts of interest, ensuring that all interactions are transparent and ethical, and making decisions based on what is best for the organization rather than the personal gain of the external pressures of these people that are trying to get to you. A lot of times you are manipulated by not obeying the arm's length relationship, and these guys and gals, they come in and they manipulate you. They make you think as if that you're the best friend ever, but they're after you. They're after you. There are several reasons why leaders must maintain an arm's length relationship. Firstly, it helps to build trust and credibility with stakeholders, the people around you, management, vendors, contractors. Firstly, it helps to build trust and credibility with stakeholders. When clients and vendors know that a leader is making decisions based on what is best for the organization rather than the personal gain, they are more likely to trust and respect the leader. This can lead to stronger and more fruitful business relationships inside the company and also outside the company. Secondly, maintaining an arm's length relationship can help to prevent conflicts of interest. If a leader becomes too close to a client or vendor, they may be tempted to make decisions that benefit that party rather than the organization. This can lead to ethical concerns and potential legal issues. We're always thinking about this conflict of interest because it's so important. I have seen it go wrong not every single time, and so many times that I've had to come in as a mediator or as a business advisor. And I see that we have an unbalanced relationship where the vendor is getting much more than what the organization or the corporation is getting. Thirdly, maintaining an arm's length relationship can help to ensure that decisions are based on objective criteria rather than personal relationships. Personal relationships with vendors and internally can go really wrong, because now that you're this friendship, you're in this buddy friendship, it's very easy to make bad business decisions. Not only bad for the company, but also bad for you, because now you have a conflict of interest. And if you're in business, or if you're in management, if you're in leadership, or even if you're just a plain old employee, avoid conflict of interest at all costs. So to maintain an arm's length relationship, that's a difficult one, because you want to be a good guy, right? You want to go in and you want to make them like you because you think that you're going to get a better deal. Very seldom works that way. You have to be able to have independence, objectivity, and to be able to make decisions based upon what you're listening to and the quality of the product or service. Once you become a buddy, sometimes that goes to the wayside. and it's not good. So you have to establish these boundaries. And I'm a really advocate for boundaries, because sometimes we cross those boundaries and we can't come back. And you have to have this ethical work approach that you have these boundaries and you're not going to cross them. So if you have these boundaries between themselves and clients and vendors, this should avoid socializing outside of work, accepting gifts or favors, and engaging in their behavior that could be observed as favoritism. Now, this is really a tough part, because a lot of marketing people love to give gifts. Oh, really nice gifts of, I mean, listen, I have taken them also. But it didn't affect me, because I was doing one specific thing and I didn't have to worry about how they felt about it. All I had to do is make sure that the tax return was prepared correctly. And if they wanted to give me a bottle of wine, fine. But a lot of times in corporate organizations, you are tempted. You're getting football tickets, you're getting baseball tickets, you're getting tickets to shows, you're getting dinners out, you're getting weekend vacations. They're throwing it at you because they know that you're going to be a multi-million-dollar client and they want you. So they tempt you. They tempt you with all this stuff. You have to have some boundaries. And sometimes it's okay if it's a bottle of wine to take it, it's fine. But it doesn't mean that you have a clad relationship where you can't make a decision and go with somebody else at any given time based on the quality and pricing and everything else. You have to, I tell you, I talk to leaders all the time where they think they have to be this really nice guy, and that you have to go out there and schmooze, is what they call it. Schmooze. Let's go out and schmooze. The problem is you're bending the arm's length relationship situation a lot if you keep doing that, because now they may come to you and say, listen, we've done all this stuff for you. You know, look at what we've done. You got to do business with us. You just gotta. And so now you have gone over the boundary line. And once you go over that boundary line, sometimes it's very difficult to come back. I have seen so many executives where they are flying all over the place because these guys want the deal. You need to appear that you can make that independent decision. Once you lose that independency, you go down the wrong road, and it's very difficult to get back. And pretty soon you're not worried about what the company's benefits are going to be. All that you're concerned about is what you're getting out of it. It's that, it's that me generation, me. What am me? What am me? What am I going to get out of it? Well, you're employed by a company, you're employed by a business, and you may even own that business. Your number one objective is always the decision-making process that's going to benefit that business, not you. And if you get that out of your mind, and if you don't take all of these gifts and everything else that people are throwing at you, and if you keep that arm's length relationship, you will be acting very ethically. The problem with a lot of people nowadays is that they forget about the ethical part of business. They forget about that sometimes relationships with vendors and certain individuals creates an unethical situation, because conflict of interest is an unethical entity. So you have to think about that very clearly. I talk about this so often with leaders because sometimes we forget that we are an executive, we are leading. And when other people see us within that organization having a conflict of interest, our leadership role is clearly diminished to almost zero, because now they see you as a leader who is willing to bend the rules, not play fairly, not make good decisions, not think about the benefit of the organization or the business. Arm's length rule. Just remember it. An arm's length rule maintain a professional relationship at all times, and be ethical at all times. Listen, if you would like to speak with me confidentially on any business advisory or coaching, just go to my website at www, which is right here, right there, see there, www.lodge.co.com, and you can make an appointment online with me. And if you have a business question, just send it to me at thebusinessadvisor@gmail.com. That's also, oops, wrong way. Right there. The art of video. I tell you, it confuses me greatly. Talk with you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.